Okay, so it's graduation time, and what's happening is I'm getting a lot of emails and phone calls and text messages about what makes ReMar review different. And the people that are asking me have never taken an NCLEX review before, so it's very hard for me to talk about, well, I talk about this and other NCLEX reviews talk about that. So if you've never taken an NCLEX review before and you're searching to know what makes ReMar review different, I'm going to explain it to you right now in this video. But I'm not going to use NCLEX reviews. I'm going to use restaurants because most of you have gone out to eat. So let's talk about it in that form. So typically, let's pretend that you're hungry and you're searching for food. So you put in your GPS restaurants. There's restaurants. And your GPS says these are the top 5 restaurants by you. So you choose one from the top 5. They're big, they're pretty well known, and you go there. And when you walk in, it's this huge place, and there's food everywhere. It's like a buffet. There's food, there's all different kinds of salads, there's a dessert bar, there's a fountain machine with any kind of soda that you like. So you make your plate, and that's how NCLEX reviews are, some of them. They're long, they're typically like 3 days to 4 weeks, and they give you a whole bunch of information. So when students are presented with a whole bunch of information, just like when you're presented with a whole bunch of food, you pick and choose what you want to eat. You say, I like this looks good, I want this, and I'll put this with it, right? Because you can't eat everything. When you go to a buffet, you try to eat as much as you can, but you can't eat everything. So you put together what you think is good, and you eat that. And then you try to go back for more, but you're kind of full. So you try to stuff some more things in, but you don't forget the dessert and don't forget the drinks because you got to eat that too. So you fill up on those things, and once you think you're stuffed to capacity, it's time to go, right? But what happens when you get home? Either two things happen. Either you're hungry again because you didn't fill up on things that were going to sustain you. You didn't pick the best things. Or your stomach hurts because you shouldn't have ate those things together. It didn't make sense, but you just did it. And now you have a belly ache and you're anxious. Okay? So that's kind of what it's like, right? ReMar review is pretend like you're hungry, right? Okay, so we're starting all over and we're hungry. And we're looking for restaurants, but we don't really know what we want. So we stumble upon this small restaurant and we're like, Lord, how did I get here? But it says it's a restaurant, so you go in, and when you go in, you see a few people eating, but you notice there's no TVs, and there's no cotton candy machine, there's no desserts, and there's no fountains for you to drink, and there's one employee, and it's me, and I say, come in, and I say, sit here, and you say, okay, don't get to choose where I sit, I say, sit here. And then by the time you sit down, I'm coming to you with your food. But you say, I didn't see the menu. I didn't even pick what I wanted to eat. And I tell you, at this restaurant, we pick the food for you. There's no choices. We pick it and we tell you what to eat. And you look at your plate and there's a perfect amount of protein and carbohydrates and vegetables. And the food is already cut up for you. So all you have to do is start eating. So you start eating and the food is simple and it tastes good. And it's going to digest very easily. And so you notice, you say, wow, if I would have had the choice to pick from a whole bunch of foods, I would have never put these foods together. So this is different. This is good. And when it's time for you to go, you pay your bill. And I come back and I say, no, I come back and I give you a hug. And then I say, don't ever come back here again. Because at this restaurant, we only serve you one time. And so you leave, but you're full. And an hour later, you're not hungry. And your stomach doesn't hurt. And you're relaxed. And if you go to one of those other big restaurants, you know exactly what to pick. Okay? And you're not filling up on the soda and the ice cream. It's good. So that's what ReMar review is like. Bye.